Hey guys, it's Stacy-Ann here again. Today I just wanted to put together a fun, simple look for work. I work the weekends. I'm a meteorologist and I also report here in New York City. And even though there's no more stay-at-home order, a lot of us, we still work from home. I'm actually going into the station. We don't have our makeup artists coming in at this time, so I like to just get myself prepped before going in anyway. So I'm just going to put together just a simple look that I do on a daily basis. I don't go too crazy. I kind of like simple makeup for work. So right now I'm just going to be starting with a concealer. As you can see, I haven't done my eyebrows in a while and I have some, breakouts here and there. But I like to go with like a full coverage type of look. Even though it's summertime and we have to wear masks, I kind of tailored my makeup so that it's comfortable, since I have to wear the mask sometimes, well, all the time when I go in. So I find that although I'm using full coverage makeup, I put on a little less. So I'm starting with concealer. And by the way, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. This looks kind of crazy, I know. I usually do a lot of family vlogs, so you'll get to meet my family, and I've been doing some natural hair stuff because I've been tracking my natural hair progression. My journey has been a long one, so I like to do that as well. So don't mind me. What I'm doing, since I have not taken the time to get my eyebrows done, I like to put concealer around to kind of create an illusion that my eyebrows are nice and fresh. They are not, but as you can see, just putting it on like this creates this fabulous illusion that they're neatly shaped. And for a while, and I'm just going to cover this little pimple I have here. And for a while, it's funny because for a minute, I would just get my eyebrows done on a regular basis. But after a while, I just find that getting them done just meant that sometimes you get a nice clean look, and then sometimes they'll just jack it up. And over time, I felt like I was losing more hair on my eyebrows. So what I do is I just shape them myself and I tweeze as I go. And when I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, I may go in and get them done again. But I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush at all. So I normally like to start with my eyes. I find that it's easier because when you start with foundation and then you do your eyes last, all like the eye makeup tends to like fall down onto your, oops, oh, I'm dropping things. Oh man, that's not good. It tends to just like fall onto your face, and I find that you have to then clean it up and retouch anyway. So this is just so much easier when you start with your eyes. So I'm going to take one of my thick little brushes here, and I am going to prime my eyes, my eyelids, just like that. They do have primers and stuff for eyeshadow, but since mine ran out, I just been using like a heavier like foundation just to kind of prep it. I just like this look better. They do have some cool primers though on the market, but I just use the foundation that I normally use during the winter months to kind of even it out and get a nice little even tone. I'm wearing pink today, so I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to do my usual zhuzh it up a little bit. So I'm just going to do a a little bit of a gold. I'm gonna mix. I do a lot of mixing, I find, just to kind of see what works. Since I'm wearing pink, and I do wear glasses on the air, I didn't go too crazy. But I do like to accentuate my eyes the best that I can. So you see, when, I mean, not so much Morphe, but like a lot of times now that I'm like applying my eyeshadow, like some of the eyeshadow dust or what have you, it'll like fall here and whatnot. So that's kind of why I don't like to do my foundation before my eyeshadow. I don't like the way it comes together. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do the other eye. I usually take about 15 minutes to do my makeup. I'm not a huge contour fan. I don't like the drag look. I kind of like to look like me, but just a little bit enhanced. And when I say the drag look, it's no offense to drag queens. I think they look gorgeous, and I think the look works well for them. But I don't know, think Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't like that look with the greasy chest, and then you have like the foundation that doesn't look like it matches your skin tone. I want my skin tone to match exactly, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, so now I'm going to get into my crease. I like to go a little darker, and I just go from the outside and just really go from the outside here, just to kind of create this look. See, just really simple. Let me do the other side. See, it's not. So I just kind of like to go into the crease a little bit and blend it in. Another thing, a pet peeve of mine, I hate seeing lines. I hate seeing lines when it comes to makeup. And when it comes to the brow bone, that's another reason why I used my actual shade, my foundation on my eyelids, because I like for my eyelids to look just natural. But I'm gonna go over it with like a little light beige, just like that. Again, to smooth out any lines. And I'm not a glitter glossy fan. I like lip gloss, don't get me wrong, but like I don't like a lot of shimmer, especially for work. Maybe if I was going out with the girls, clubbing, whatever, not like a club, but you know what I'm saying. Depends on the occasion, what it calls for. So I'm gonna just use my blending brush, and I just like to go over everything with like my blending brush. Just like that. And I think more so with anything, it's about technique when it comes to doing your eye makeup. And I like to really, again, accentuate my eyes. So I'll even go over a little bit more. So in the corners, and just do a little bit more highlighting. Like a little shimmer here doesn't hurt. But that's really it in terms of like my shimmer. Just like that. So I'm going to take my blending brush and again, just go over it. So that's like the basic start. So now I'm just going to take my foundation, and I normally, now that it's summer, If you notice my skin, I actually got a tan. So it's a little bit darker. So I'm going a shade darker than what I normally do. And I like to dig. This is almost done, but I'm just going to dig in there some more. So you'll see. Is this the right color I'm using? Yeah. Yeah, boy, did I get dark. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this in. And I also like to make sure I go a little further down. So this is a full coverage stick. But again, I like to use a little less because it's summertime and I don't want my skin to look too cakey. Like, I don't want it to be too heavy. So you see, I'm just going to put a little bit more here. And because my hair is shorter, I'll even go over my ears a little bit just to make sure it's even blended there. Because I hate lines. I don't like seeing lines. I don't like my face to be a different color than everything else. So now what I'm going to do, if you notice, I'm not going too hard with this brush on my forehead. And here's why. Because I don't want to mess up my edges. So what I do now is I just lightly go over everything. Let me see, I missed a spot. So I'll just kind of go over it here, and then when I'm ready, kind of take my fingertips and rub everything else in. Because I find that with a brush, it just creates this abrasive kind of tension, and I think it can kind of lead to hair loss. But I don't have that friction if I use my fingers. And I go right into the hairline. Again, nothing too crazy. What? I didn't realize how dark I got this summer because I've been doing a lot of working out, running and whatnot. All right, so now what I would like to do is I'm gonna go a little bit lighter with my foundation. I'm gonna put a little, I like to mix it a little bit, a little concealer under my eye. And also go a little bit lighter with my total coverage. I mean, you could start with this before you put your foundation on, but whatever. I just didn't bother. So I like to use this little what do you call this? This little sponge. And then just kind of evenly distribute it throughout, just to create a little bit of a highlight there. Once everything oxidizes, it does give a more blended appearance. And I will even do a shade. This is a shade lighter, few shades lighter. And again, I like to go underneath the eye. like that. And then I'd even do this just to give myself a little highlights. So there is the beginning stages of like just the basics. And then it's always like really difficult to get underneath my eye evenly. So now I'm gonna attempt, but first what I would like to do is color in my eyebrows. That'll be nice. So I use like a light brown, like a dark brown on my eyebrows just to fill them in a little bit. I don't have a crazy amount of eyebrows, but so you see, just for the mere simple fact that I haven't gotten them done, just doing the little contouring there. That's the only contouring I do, by the way, because I know I said I'm like contradicting myself. I'm not a big contour person when it comes to like the contouring here, and you know, I just like to contour like my eyebrows a little bit. That's about all the contouring that I do. I know I'm like contradicting myself a little bit, but just to further explain what it is that I mean. So just to fill them in just a little bit, all I need. And now I'm gonna go with a gel liner I got from the drugstore. I'm gonna try and put everything that I use here in the description box, just so you see exactly what I'm doing here. Now don't mind me, because I'm gonna need, like, it's weird, because I need, maybe I'll use this. No, it's hard. I actually need like an up close compact where I can see, so I don't poke myself in the eye. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over my eyelid. I think I see some glue from the other day. Just gonna go over my eyelid a little bit. Sorry for this awkward look. I'm just gonna create like a little wing tip. I love doing that. Just to accentuate the shape of my eyes. Like that. I'm gonna just do the other side. I'm sorry, I'm a lefty, so I can't switch. So I'm just gonna create another wing. Come out a little bit. Just like that. So now I'm gonna do underneath. Okay. All right, so this is just like the basic wing tip that I do. I try to make it as even as possible. When I get to work, I will touch it up. But you see what I'm talking about, like underneath. So I'm just gonna, I smudged a little bit, which is pretty normal for when I do my makeup. Okay, easy fix there. So now I am going to put a little mascara on. Oh, where did I put that? And the great thing is that that little gel liner, it comes with a little brush, so, and a cap. So it's just really, really easy. Super easy, super simple. So I am gonna put my mascara on. Okay. Okay. And now, and I'm a shiner, seriously. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to put some powder and I'll powder my entire face. I put this on first and then you'll see. Just to get rid of some of that shine. Whew, just to get rid of the shine. And that's not even the first time. And another thing I like to do is make sure that I get down here. And when it comes to, I'm not a blush person. I really am not a big blush fan. But I'm gonna just take a little bit here. Just kind of highlight. If you notice, it's really not a whole lot. I usually like to do a light pink or a salmon-y color. Don't really go heavy with it. This one has a little bit of a shimmer, not a lot. But you see, I'm not a big fan of heavy-duty blushes. Sometimes I don't go with any at all. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of a gold, go like that, go like that. Very super, super simple. Last but not least, my lashes, because that for me is a must. So lashes for me are important because, again, I'm not a big lipstick fan. I do like gloss. And my eyes got to be popping, seriously. I'm a big eyeshadow person. So I'm just putting a little bit. You gotta excuse me because this is a little tricky. I see some people do the individual ones. I just like the strip. See? And this you can just get at your local, like, Rite Aid, CVS. Most of the stuff that I use, to be honest, is like drugstore. I've always been that girl. I don't spend a ton of money on a lot of high-end makeup. That's just never been me. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll go over it again with the gel liner once it's on to give it like a finished look. When it sticks, sorry about that. Just to make sure it kind of sticks. So I'll take the gel liner and just kind of smooth it out a little on both sides. Just like that. All right. And then another thing I like to do, I know I said I'm not like heavy duty with makeup, but I like to do like little accents. Let me show you. Like just a cute little accent in the corners. So with the eye makeup that I have, the eyeshadow, I like to go underneath a little bit just to kind of give a little highlight here. Just a little bit. And depending on the day, I'll go super heavy, but today I'm not. See, just in the corner. And then for lips, honestly, I'm just gonna go with something really super coppery. You can use a lip liner, but I don't feel like I need one today. I do have lip liners, actually. Maybe I should. So I go with one of these. And then, just to mix it up, I'm wearing pink, so let me just do a little, just inside here. And this is like really, really super, I think it looks cute. Okay. Ready. And then when I get to work, I'll just touch this up. And one more final thing is more powder, because I get very shiny. So I'm going to take my hair down and you'll see the overall finished look. See, look. And my hair is nice and fluffed out and cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.